Alright, guys, we are back. We are back with a big one. UFC 284. You got the pound for pound number one, Alexander Volkanovski, going up a weight class to take on number two pound for pound lightweight champion Islam Makhachev. Makhachev. A few different ways people like to say that one. So, it gets crazy right off the bat. So, you're looking at Alexander Volkanovski, 22 fight win streak, and he hasn't even looked like he came close to losing any of his fights other than when Ortega had that choking. He had a nasty choke. He had his neck, and Volkanovski got out of it somehow. And I'm going to say a lot of good things about Alexander Volkanovski, and then I'm going to go to Islam. And I'm going to start my video off, first off, by doing main event, title fight, and then I'm going to go down the rankings all the way till Zubair Tukov versus, well, his name's actually Olivier. It's actually Alves Brenner. It's going to be a good fight. Good fight card. I don't know if I'd say that it's a great fight card or anything by any means. What you're really interested in is the main event and the co-main event. And Jack Della Mandela versus Randy Brown. Anyway, so back to this fight. Alexander Volkanovski. We'll go to him first. He's dominated all his recent fights. And I'm talking, you look at his record, dude. He starts going on a tear with Darren Elkins. Okay, beat the brakes out of him all 3 rounds, and then it goes to Chad Mendes, and Chad Mendes took him down a few times in that fight. Took him down a good amount of times, and just kind of imposed his will on him, And that's where I look at Islam. So I look at all of Volkanovski's fights. It's where he really started shaping into a really good fighter, is when he fought Chad Mendes. And then it goes into Jose Aldo. Beats Jose Aldo, and then it was on a run from there. Max Holloway. I had Volkanovski beating Max Holloway every time. All 3 times I picked Volkanovski. Actually, after he beat Jose Aldo, I had him winning all his fights. And he's the number one pound for pound for a reason. He's that good. Everything he does is technical. He's powerful. All around, just a great fighter. Okay, great fighter. His footwork, the way he beat up Max Holloway's leg, everything about him. He's a great fighter, and he's number one pound for pound for a reason. Okay. There's so much to go on about why he is the way he is and where he is at right now. He's so good. He's 5'6", 145 pound featherweight champ, trying to go up to be the lightweight champion of the world. 155 pounds. He's going to try to go up against Islam Makhachev. And I just gave him a lot of praise there because I think he's a great fighter. He's number one pound for pound. How do you even... I said it 3 or 4 times now, but I'm saying it because how do you doubt the guy, right? He's 25-1. He hasn't lost a fight. He's 22 fight win streak. That's fucking crazy. I don't think that's ever been done. I might be wrong on that, but at the level he's fighting and he hasn't lost is insane. So, with all that being said, I am picking Volkanovski to lose this fight because you look at Islam Makhachev and the guy's been on a tear too. He fought Drew Dober, who has very good boxing, and as soon as he grabs your legs and gets you down, he's like he just ragdolls you. He swarms in. It's that pressure of being on the ground with him, the leg ties. He'll beat you up, ground and pound, and then he'll get you in a choke, submission. Look at all this. Submission, armbar, KO punch, unanimous decisions. Submission, arm triangle, 3rd round of Drew Dober. Submission, rear naked choke. Submission Kimura, Dan Hooker. TKO punches Bobby Green. He would have submitted him though. Submission arm triangle to Charles Oliveira. His resume isn't crazy good. All these fighters. Alexander Volkanovski has fought definitely harder competition. But the thing with that is, Islam's in his prime right now. He's a younger fighter. He's significantly bigger than Alexander Volkanovski, which not a lot of people are talking enough about. He is significantly bigger. The guy is absolutely massive for 155. He struggles making weight, in my opinion, more than Khabib did at 155. And I don't know why the fuck that's up in the corner. That's annoying as shit. But he just does. He's better at. He struggles more at cutting weight, which is always a concern. But the guy gets it done when he gets in the octagon. He's an absolute animal. What's his? I think it was like 9-fight win streak or something. Or 11 fight win streak, which is nuts. All I really wanted to touch on really bad there though was the way he beat Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira is a true 155 lightweight former champion. Ran through Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, you name it. He ran through those guys, and they're the best. Justin Gaethje, I mean, these guys are dogs, and Charles Oliveira is taking them all out. Islam comes in, and to be quite honest with you, makes it look like Charles Oliveira didn't even belong to be in the octagon with him. Didn't even belong to be there. He just wiped the floor with him, in my opinion. I just watched the fight again. First round, yeah, it was pretty competitive. It was a good fight. Once he got him on the ground, he dropped him and then got on top of him. It was fucking over, dude. I think Islam's squeeze and the wrestling pressure and the knowledge and the fight IQ, and I hope he's a little more technical this fight because he was a little. I don't want him to get crazy with the hands. You know, he's not gonna have Khabib there. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. First of all, because I'm so freaking excited for the fight, but there's so many things to touch on, and all I have to say is, I wish I would have jumped on Khabib earlier on betting purposes, and just hammered the line every time Khabib. Because I did when he fought Conor McGregor, I won hundreds of dollars, and then from there on out, you find not that Conor's great on the ground or anything, you just know how dominant Khabib is. And when he fought Justin Gaethje, I told everyone Khabib's wiping the floor with him. You just gotta stay away from the leg kicks a little bit in the head, and he got pieced up a little bit. But as soon as he said, "All right, screw it, I'm taking him down," it was effortless. And I picture who has Alexander Volkanovski fought that's a wrestler, a really good wrestler, and that's like anyone in his career. It was if you would want to call him a dominant, very good wrestler, which he was a very good wrestler. Nothing dominant like Islam, but Chad Mendes, and Chad Mendes gave him troubles, and he four times he took him down, and he got up every time, but it took a while. Islam Makhachev is a weight class bigger, significantly bigger than Chad Mendes. Way better than Chad Mendes. Not to knock on him, but I just think the wrestling is going to be too much. And Volkanovski says he's going to... And I praise him. Great fight, so don't knock me when I say if Alexander Volkanovski wins the fight. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a 5-round decision. He'll edge it out. Something crazy, because he's a strong son of a bitch too, but... Islam is going to be massive, and quote me on that. Islam will be humongous come Saturday night, Sunday morning in Perth, Australia, whatever. But absolutely massive. He's got the size advantage. He's got the wrestling advantage. I just look at his last 3 fights. Ran through Dan Hooker, great fighter. Destroyed Bobby Green, and then, in my opinion, kind of ran through Oliveira for the freaking lightweight champion, for the title, for the belt, for everything. Ran through him, and then, where is short guy? I want to see him. Bring him up here. Dude, Islam makes him look like a midget. I'm just saying. He's gonna come in tight. He's gonna come in. He's right for the legs, wrap around the left side like they always do. The Dagestani, like him and Habib do. So left head on the left side, away from any flying knees or anything like that. And I think 2 takedowns at the most, he's gonna end the fight. And Islam's gonna be cemented as a pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. And I don't see too many people taking it from him. But where did I listen to this to a really good point? Like watching Poirier and Charles Oliveira fight. Poirier is a better boxer than Alexander Volkanovski. 1 second, I gotta take this.